Christine, UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business. KCBS News Time, 426. Did you know that with Xfinity Internet, you get fast, reliable speeds to fit your needs and budget? Even Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig to power all your devices. Now just imagine, everyone at home can connect at the same time. And best of all, you could save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Now that's a hit. Can your internet do that? Get gig speed internet now for just $49.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract when you also get Xfinity Mobile. Just go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay and 6/30/22. Restrictions apply. New gigabit internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Give Wi-Fi requires X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary. Compare the pricing of top carriers. Xfinity Internet required.
Hey, kiddo, did you catch that move?
Almost. Wallet, phone, keys, back. Yep, all set.
Man, it's not required.
No, but it's gonna be busy and crowded, so I'll feel better with it on.
Sleep right? It is open at night. Let me grab mine.
Nice! You'll pass the vibe check, Dad!
Wearing a mask when it can help protect you and others is just one way to keep each other safer. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Termites, maybe not really on your mind. Maybe you've been putting off calling even though you know you have an infestation. Did you know that termites will thrive with rain and could seriously increase their impact on your home? This is Joe Starkey. Pacific Coast Termite has already been to my home, and I'm telling you, we needed it. And not only did we need it, we found out places we needed it we didn't even think we needed it. It was an amazing experience, and I can't tell you how valuable it has been to my family and our house. Pacific Coast Termite uses orange oil, no fumigation to force you to bag your food, protect your pets, or move out of your home for a few days. Pacific Coast Termite is a trusted company, and they've been with KCBS for many years and are A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. If you call now, you get 10% off termite treatment. They also do apartment buildings, businesses, and restaurants. Have you noticed rodents? Yikes. Pacific Coast Termite takes care of that problem too. Call 800-PACIFIC. 800-PACIFIC. That's 800-722-4342 or PacificCoastTermite.com.
Shane's got a couple traffic problems in San Jose.
Yeah, first one's going to be on 680 southbound. The McKee Road off-ramp is blocked with a two-car crash. So at this moment, a little bit of slow traffic because you can't use that exit. Now let's go over to 280 southbound at 7th Street. It's another accident here. All the lanes have been cleared from this crash, so traffic's still recovering right now from before you get to Highway 87. And in Burlingame, 101 southbound before Broadway, still have that overturned crash taking up those two right lanes. Backup is going to be coming away from San Francisco's airport. Next report's at 4:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Breezy with a few clouds. Temperatures holding steady in the 60s and 70s, dropping to the mid to upper 40s through the overnight. That's mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. A slight chance of showers in the North Bay to start off, but then a cool day after that with the highs in the mid-50s at the coast. Lower 60s by the Bay and Inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it.
When your kid can't find the language, find the lyrics. Start a conversation at founditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
News that matters to you. Around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. Saturday, May 7, 2022, coming up on KCBS. New limits could be coming to Airbnb hosts in Marin.
This is Dan Mitchinson. A mental health crisis that's causing a record number of teachers to quit or retire.
And all of the women, children, and elderly Ukrainian citizens who've been inside a steel plant in the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol are now out.
Good afternoon, I'm Liz St. John.
And I'm Chris Ancroso.
It's 4:31. CBS News special report. Ukraine says all children, older adults, and women have been safely evacuated from a steel plant in Mariupol. The war in Ukraine has turned ordinary men like farmers into fighters, as CBS News correspondent Chris Lifsay reports.
Wheat fields have become battlefields, many farmers trading in their pitchforks for rifles, as Russian forces are said to be trucking away tons of Ukrainian grain.
There's concern about what will happen on Monday because of a Russian holiday. CBS's Deborah Pata is in Kyiv with more on what Victory Day could bring.
The Victory Day parade is when Russia celebrates its victory over Nazi Germany in 1945. And every year they have this annual parade, so it's a very symbolic day. One Ukrainian official said it's like a red flag to a bull for Russia, that they are worried that they will step up attacks.
CBS News special report on Wendy Gillette. KCBS News Time 4:32. The News Watch continues now with Chris.
Dr. Dane Namur University in Belmont is honoring graduate students, and KCBS's Mike Baldwin is also awarding an honor to Ukrainian citizens.
The common circumstance for this graduate getting into education, clinical psychology.
An increasing number of teachers are experiencing burnout and are leaving the profession. KCBS's Dan Mitchinson reports it's not just because of the pandemic. This has been a slow burn.
So it's not surprising it's only gotten worse since the pandemic, says Michelle Kinder, licensed professional counselor and author. She says most teachers are heart-driven, and when the workload increases, many feel the quality of their teaching decreases.
When systemic things interrupt their capacity to do that in a way they feel good about, it erodes them at a values level.
In California, during the first year of the pandemic, retirements increased by 26%. Kinder says districts need to focus more on the mental health of their employees if they want them to continue the level of quality education that's expected.
And it's going to require us to bring this crisis to the front burner instead of it just being a, shoot, sorry that's happening, but there are other things that have my attention.
Dan Mitchinson, KCBS.
The San Francisco judge has rejected former President Donald Trump's lawsuit challenging his permanent ban from Twitter. Friday's ruling said that Trump failed to show Twitter abridged his First Amendment right to free speech. The judge says the challenge has failed in part because free speech rights don't apply to private companies, and Trump failed to show that it was working as a state actor. The judge gave Trump an opportunity to amend his complaint, and Trump has his own social network now and says he won't rejoin Twitter as allowed.
Like many places that rely on crowds to keep the doors open, it's been a hard few years for the Children's Discovery Museum of San Jose, but things are looking up, according to KCBS's Megan Goldsby.
We received $100,000 from the National Endowment for the Arts through the American Rescue Plan.
Marilee Jennings, executive director of the Children's Discovery Museum of San Jose, says they know exactly how to spend it.
We are planning to reopen our art-making spaces and art spectating spaces by the middle of June.
That will be possible as the museum brings back its arts program manager position, which had to be cut when the pandemic hit. A relief for the museum and a very good thing for its kid visitors, she said.
You know, online learning isn't something Children's Discovery Museum could really ever imagine
would work with kids. And so, we're about hands-on engagement, and kids have missed out on that for the last few years. So we believe that the various programming we're going to do, whether it's using clay in the art-making space or learning to dance in the theater, are going to be hugely important to kids.
Megan Goldsby, KCBS. KCBS News Time 4:36. We will update traffic and weather next.
Would you like to double your retirement income without saving more money for retirement? You heard that right. It may be possible to get almost double the retirement income compared to 401ks and mutual funds with the same amount of money saved. Hi, I'm Pete Alexander, best-selling author from right here in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. And I want to tell you about a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boom Effect. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the retirement double. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. Call Pete Alexander West to get a free copy of the movie and talk to a specialist to see how to get a bigger, better retirement with less money. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free, and I'll even pay your shipping and handling. No credit card required. So call right now. 1-800-239-0101. That's 1-800-239-0101. Again, 1-800-239-0101.
Grilling never smelled so good. Introducing new Kingsford Signature Flavors. Made with 100% real spices, Kingsford Signature Flavors flavor boosters can be added to any pre-lit charcoal or bought pre-mixed with Kingsford Charcoal Briquettes to add a whole new rich, full-bodied flavor and aroma to your cookout. For flavor you can see, smell, and taste, new Kingsford Signature Flavors. Kingsford.com.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water contains, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, black diamonds, lagoons, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at Moen.com.
Are you 65 or older, diagnosed with heart failure, and still experiencing unresolved symptoms? Then this message may be for you. Other symptoms like carpal tunnel syndrome or gastrointestinal problems could be a sign of something more serious, like transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM for short. ATTR-CM is a rare and life-threatening disease that worsens over time, so it's important to recognize the signs and talk to your doctor. For more information, visit attrcmfacts.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
KCBS News Time 4:38. Traffic and weather together. Shane is going back to the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge.
Yeah, we do have some good news right now if you're trying to make your way from Richmond over to the North Bay. Right there at Midspan on the upper deck of the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, we did have a car that ran out of gas right there at Midspan. Bridge services just arrived, gassed the guy up, and now the roadway is clear again, but the damage is done when it comes to the delays. As you're approaching Castro Street, that's where your backup's going to begin, so all the way from Castro Street to Midspan, it's going to be a really tough ride as you make your way over to the North Bay. Once you get past that delay and you decide to hop on 101 going northbound, make your way through Cavano, you're not going to see any slow traffic. Looking like a really nice drive all the way up into Santa Rosa. Now, if you decide to go southbound, that's the same situation. Really clear all the way through Mill Valley as you make your way towards the Golden Gate Bridge. It's going to be a really smooth ride. Now, I do want to take you back over to Burlingame where we still have two of the right lanes blocked. One was southbound before you get to Broadway. The return crash. A lot of heavy traffic as you make your way to the airport. Next report at 4:38. Traffic leads
67 degrees and down to 70 in Concord. We have 61 in Hayward and 61 also at SFO. Breezy with a few clouds. Temperatures starting to drop down to the mid to upper 40s. Look for mostly clear skies through the overnight. For tomorrow, Mother's Day, partly cloudy to start off. A slight chance of showers in the North Bay. That should all dissipate by mid-morning, and then a cool day. Highs in the mid-50s at the coast and lower 60s by the bay, and inland winds expected to kick up in the afternoon. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Sponsored by RaiseAChild.org.
Right now, hundreds of local children are in desperate need of a safe and loving home. Raise a Child asks you to consider the good you can do for a child. Let love define family with Raise a Child. Learn more at RaiseAChild.org. That's RaiseAChild.org.
Summer is just around the corner. Is your outdoor space ready for warmer weather and all the fun that comes with it? backyard barbecues, nights around the fire pit, a glass of wine on the patio. It's the season to live your best life outdoors. Make the most of your home with System Pavers, America's #1 designer and installer of elegant outdoor living systems. If you've been dreaming of an easy outdoor remodel, the time to begin is right now during System Pavers Spring Savings Event, which you must call by May 31st. Call 800-PAVE-004 or visit SystemPavers.com today to save on gorgeous paving stone driveways, patios, artificial turf, lighting, and more. You won't want to wait. Schedule your free design consultation and take advantage of spring savings plus special financing so you can begin right away.
Fremont Bank. If there's one thing we understand more than anybody, it's that it takes a local bank to really get the needs of local businesses. And more than anything, local businesses need access. Access to a knowledgeable banker and access to a full suite of business services. Can't come to the bank? We'll come to you. Our devotion to our clients ensures your business never misses a beat. That's why Fremont Bank remains the right choice for local and family-owned businesses. Learn more at fremontbank.com. Member FDIC. Register to RISE. Join PBWC's virtual conference May 10th and 11th. Hear from change-making, thought-leading speakers that will inform, engage, uplift, and inspire. Connect with thousands of professional women and allies from around the world. 2 days of empowering keynotes, skill-building seminars, networking sessions, live discussions, and more. Rise with us and turn your career aspirations into reality. Tickets are on sale now at press.pbwc.org.
Get a cash offer for your car, truck, or SUV today at your local Bay Area Chevy dealers. Selling has never been easier. Just bring it into a Bay Area Chevy dealer, get a free appraisal, and we'll make you a cash offer on the spot with no obligation to buy. We buy any maker model, paid off or not. Buy your local Chevy dealer at BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
KCBS News Time, 442.
Marin County may be hitting the pause button on all new Airbnbs in the western portion of the county. CBS Gentile.
Airbnb, VRBO, by whatever name it goes, we are talking about
A moratorium on new short-term rental registrations.
Sarah Jones Community Development Agency. We are also talking about Western Marin, from Beach to Stinson, where more than 500 short-term rentals are currently registered with the county. That's far more than any other area.
Instead of having longer-term residents who are part of the community in an ongoing way, you have some transient visitors instead.
And it's just basically the homes and then the small beach communities that change the model.
So if you're in that part of the county, you wouldn't be able to legally operate a short-term rental if you're not already equipped.
For how long?
The moratorium would be 45 days, but it's extendable for up to 2 years.
So we're going on Tuesday before the Marin County Board of Supervisors, May 24th. From Taylor, KCBS.
KCBS News Time, 443. Sports is up next.
Hi, it's Gil Gross. Everyone knows real estate investing can be lucrative and provide a hedge against inflation, but did you know you can participate without actually owning any real estate? At Pacific Private Money, they've been helping investors earn money at above-market yields for over a decade through real estate secured debt. They'll help match you with one or more of their 4 funds, each focusing on a different segment of the real estate market. Their investors enjoy returns from 6 to over 10%. So do you have money in a self-directed IRA that's not making you as much as you'd like? Start the transfer of funds and start earning more. Strategies like Pacific Private Money's mortgage-backed investments might be just the ticket to boosting your income. Let's face it, many of us are not on track to achieve the retirement income we desire. So join the thousands of Bay Area residents who have learned one of the best-kept secrets in investing today. For information, call them at 415-926-4444 or go to their website, PacificPrivateMoney.com.
A triple murder.
Triple murder on videotape.
An entire Bay Area community lost.
It was there, and the family's name was there.
And one alone, locally famous rare sausage brand.
Made in this area of California, without saying.
I'm Natalia Gurevich, host of The Sausage King, a new original podcast from KCBS Radio and Odyssey.
We had a whole plot.
Subscribe to The Sausage King on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up on KCBS, tomorrow is Mother's Day. A lot of people are out shopping for flowers.
Hey, if you KCBS News Time 445, which means it's time for sports. Massive long shot in the Kentucky Derby as Rich Strike an 80-1 odd ended up winning the Derby. In basketball action, the Bucks on top of the Celtics 103-101, which means Milwaukee holds a 2-1 lead in that series. The Eastern Conference semifinals, Western Conference semifinals, as the Warriors hosting the Grizzlies. That tips off at 5:30. Right now, the Diamond the Giants on top of the Cardinals 4-1 thanks to a Wilmer Flores grand slam. That's in the bottom of the first inning. The A's and Twins, well, the A's ended up losing. That's their 8th in a row that they've knocked down. It looks like Pat Rainey has more from the weekend sports desk.
This past February, former Cleveland Browns head coach Hugh Jackson made claims that the Browns had asked him to intentionally lose games in the 2016 and 2017 seasons, and that the team paid him bonuses incentivizing him to lose, and that he was set up to fail. After he made those statements, he did walk them back, but the NFL conducted an independent study. The results?
Yeah, Hugh Jackson, essentially the NFL, Mary Jo White, the independent reviewer, has looked over the material and determined that the claims that Hugh Jackson had made earlier about the Browns losing games and wanting him to lose games were unsubstantiated. The NFL could not do anything despite its independent review to back these claims.
As Adam Schefter of ESPN, who continues, Jackson initially agreed to meet with investigators, but never actually did. However, the NFL did have access to his testimony from an earlier arbitration proceeding. Browns were said to be cooperative during the investigation and released a statement saying they appreciated the investigation, which proved what they said from the start, that the claims were categorically false. At the sports desk, Ted Ramey, KCBS.
Tom Brown's NMLS 366860, DRE 0178976, Omnifund NMLS 4869, DRE license 0143-0833.
Tom Brown here. As homeowners, we like to think we'll always have equity stored in our homes for our retirement. But do you remember the housing market in 2007? I sure do. An extraordinary amount of homeowners found out the hard way that the equity in our homes is not safe, it's not liquid, and it's not guaranteed to be there when we need it the most. In reality, most of us are house rich and cash poor. When a storm is on the horizon, a wise sailor repositions his ship and sets course to sail around the storm. A wise homeowner does the same by unlocking and repositioning their equity with a tax-free reverse mortgage up to $6 million. Call me, Tom Brown, a proud Navy veteran, at 844-949-5600. Call 844-949-5600, because I don't just serve seniors, just like you. I am one.
Register to RISE. Join PBWC's two-day virtual conference May 10th and 11th. Hear from change-making speakers that will inform, engage, uplift, and inspire. Turn your career aspirations into reality. Connect with professional women and allies from around the world. Learn more and register at conference.pbwc.org. We have some slow traffic into Oakland. KCBS traffic catching up with all the action. Here's Shane.
Yeah, let's go over to the Caldecott Tunnel right now. Highway 24 eastbound. Really tough drive right now this afternoon. You're going to run into stop-and-go traffic as you're coming away from Highway 13. It's going to stay below speeds all the way over to Fish Ranch Road. I'm not seeing any real reason why. It just looks like weekend slowing. Now, also leaving out of Oakland, 880 southbound, really jamming up right now from Embarcadero Road. It's going to stay slow all the way towards Hagenberger Road if you're heading towards the airport. And let's go over to the Peninsula again. Let's talk about an update here in Burlingame. 101 southbound before Broadway. Still have this overturned crash taking up the two right lanes, so really tough drive as you're leaving away from San Francisco's airport. If you're on the northbound side of 101, you're going to run into some slow traffic as you're approaching Hillsdale Boulevard. That's because of a new crash. Just been cleared over to the shoulder, but it's just adding to a lot of your delays right now from Hillsdale Boulevard. You're going to stay slow all the way over to Anza. Then after that, again, as you're making your way into Brisbane, we do have a problem with a wheelbarrow blocking the left lane. This is right there around Airport Boulevard. The next report's at 4:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Time now for your Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast. Get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases at Mancini Sleep World. And today we have breezy conditions still with us. Just a few clouds as we work our way towards sunset. Temperatures dropping to the mid to upper 40s. Look for mostly clear skies for tomorrow, Mother's Day. Partly cloudy, a slight chance of showers in the North Bay. And then a cool day after everything clears out. Mid-50s at the coast and lower 60s by the bay and inland. Look for more wind and work back into the system by the afternoon. On Monday, still cooler. Look for inland and South Bay temperatures in the lower 60s, but mostly sunny skies. Highs in the 50s along the coast. Tuesday, a bit warmer, mid-60s inland, upper 50s along the coast. Still sunny. Wednesday and Thursday, more sunshine and a little bit warmer. We're going to see temperatures about 60 degrees at the coast. And around 70 degrees inland by Friday, a pretty day. High temperatures in the 70s around the bay and into the lower 80s inland under a lot of sunshine. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
We have Katie O'Donnell and Pixie Clay at the editor's desk. KCBS News Time, 4:50.
Well, for a lot of people, Mother's Day means flowers, and for florists, that means a busy few days leading up to the holiday. KCBS's David Welch checked in with one local flower shop to see how things were going.
Now in North River, Sip owns Wallflower.
Oh my gosh.